The Norwegian Sea, a realm of mystery and wonder. It lies at the confluence of the North Atlantic and Arctic Oceans, a place where warm waters meet cold, creating a dynamic and life-filled environment. This sea, often shrouded in mist and legend, holds a special allure. Its significance extends beyond its geographical location. It plays a crucial role in global ocean currents and climate regulation. The Norwegian Sea's influence is far-reaching. It impacts weather patterns across Europe and beyond. Its depths conceal underwater mountain ranges and vast plains. These features provide habitats for a diverse array of marine life. The Norwegian Sea is a vital feeding ground. It sustains a rich ecosystem that relies on the delicate balance of nature. The Norwegian Sea serves as a gateway to the Arctic. Its cold, northward flowing currents carry nutrients and marine life towards the polar region. This exchange of water and life is crucial for the health of the entire Arctic ecosystem. It influences the distribution of ice, the migration patterns of marine mammals, and the productivity of Arctic fisheries. The sea's strategic location has also made it a focal point for human activity. For centuries, it has served as a passage for explorers, fishermen, and traders. Today, the Norwegian Sea remains a vital maritime route. Beneath the surface of the Norwegian Sea lies a hidden world. It is a world of towering underwater mountains, deep trenches, and vast plains. This underwater landscape is as varied and dramatic as any found on land. It is home to a remarkable diversity of life. The Norwegian Sea's depths are shrouded in darkness. Yet, even here, life finds a way to thrive. Bioluminescent organisms create their own light. They illuminate the depths with an ethereal glow. These organisms play a crucial role in the marine food web. The Norwegian Sea is a symphony of giants. Whales, the largest creatures on Earth, grace these waters with their presence. Among them is the mighty blue whale, its heart the size of a small car. Humpback whales, known for their acrobatic displays and haunting songs, also frequent the Norwegian Sea. Orcas, the apex predators of the ocean, patrol these waters in search of prey. These whales play a vital role in the marine ecosystem. The herring, a small, silvery fish, is the lifeblood of the Norwegian Sea. These fish, often found in vast schools numbering in the millions, are a vital food source for a wide range of marine life. Seabirds, drawn by the abundance of herring, congregate in their millions on the cliffs and islands that dot the Norwegian Sea. The herring also support a significant fishing industry. For centuries, fishermen have relied on the bounty of the Norwegian Sea to sustain their livelihoods. Managing the herring fishery is crucial to ensure its sustainability. The skies above the Norwegian Sea are alive with the cries of seabirds. These feathered mariners, perfectly adapted to life on the wing and in the water, are a constant presence in this harsh yet bountiful environment. Among the most iconic of these birds are the Atlantic puffins. Their comical appearance, with their brightly colored beaks and waddling gait, belies their remarkable diving abilities. Northern gannets, with their wingspans reaching up to 2 meters, are a majestic sight as they soar effortlessly above the waves. The Norwegian Sea, with its abundance of life and its role in regulating global climate, is a testament to the intricate balance of nature. But this balance is under threat. Climate change, driven by human activities, is warming the waters of the Norwegian Sea at an alarming rate. This warming is disrupting the delicate web of life that has evolved over millennia. Pollution from coastal development, shipping, and oil and gas exploration poses another threat to the health of the Norwegian Sea. Addressing these challenges requires a concerted effort from governments, industries, and individuals. The Norwegian Sea has borne witness to centuries of human interaction, its history intertwined with the intrepid spirit of exploration and the quest for sustenance. Long before the age of modern navigation, the Vikings, renowned for their seafaring prowess, traversed these waters in their sturdy longships. Their voyages, driven by a thirst for trade, conquest and new lands, left an indelible mark on the coastal communities that dot the Norwegian Sea's rim. The Lofoten Islands, with their towering peaks and sheltered inlets, became a hub of Viking activity. The sea provided sustenance and a path to connect with distant lands. Cod, a staple of the Viking diet, was fished using lines and nets, their bounty dried on wooden racks under the midnight sun. The Norwegian Sea, often shrouded in mist and subject to sudden dramatic shifts in weather, has long been a source of fascination and fear. Legends of Kraken, colossal sea monsters with tentacles capable of dragging ships and their crews to watery graves, have captivated imaginations for centuries. These stories, often recounted by sailors returning from perilous journeys, served as cautionary tales. They spoke of treacherous currents, sudden storms, and creatures lurking in the depths. Yet amidst these tales of danger, there existed a deep respect for the sea's power and its vital role in sustaining life. The age of exploration marked a turning point in our understanding of the Norwegian Sea. Pioneering oceanographers, armed with new technologies and a thirst for knowledge, embarked on expeditions to chart its depths and study its currents. Among these early explorers was the Norwegian scientist Fridtjof Nansen. Nansen's daring voyage aboard the Fram revolutionized our understanding of Arctic Ocean currents. Today, modern research vessels continue to probe the depths of the Norwegian Sea, revealing its hidden landscapes and unique ecosystems. Modern technology reveals the Norwegian Sea's dramatic topography and geological wonders. Sophisticated sonar maps show underwater mountains, deep trenches, and vast sediment plains. Hydrothermal vents spew mineral-rich water, supporting unique ecosystems. Life thrives here, relying on chemosynthesis instead of sunlight. These discoveries revolutionize our understanding of life on Earth. The Norwegian Sea's geology, along the mid-Atlantic ridge, is a hotbed of activity. Mapping informs resource management and identifies hazards. Exploring the Norwegian Sea highlights the importance of protecting its wonders. The Norwegian Sea, with its cold, nutrient-rich waters, has sustained coastal communities for millennia. Generations of fishermen have braved its unpredictable nature, their livelihoods intertwined with fish stocks. Cod, herring, mackerel, and capelin have sustained coastal economies for centuries. Traditional methods have evolved with technology. Small boats have given way to sophisticated vessels with sonar, radar, and GPS. Larger nets and regulations ensure long-term sustainability. Aquaculture provides a sustainable alternative to wild-caught fish. Salmon farming is a significant economic driver. This approach meets global seafood demand but raises environmental concerns. The Norwegian Sea's bounty is not inexhaustible. Sustainable practices ensure future generations benefit from this resource. Balancing economic needs with ecological concerns is paramount. The Norwegian Sea, strategically located between the North Atlantic and the Arctic Ocean, serves as a vital maritime highway, connecting the bustling ports of Europe with the far reaches of the Arctic Circle. Cargo ships, tankers, and container vessels traverse its waters, carrying a diverse array of goods, including oil, gas, minerals, manufactured goods, and foodstuffs, facilitating global trade and connecting distant markets. The opening of the Northern Sea Route, a shipping lane that winds through the Arctic Ocean, has heightened the significance of the Norwegian Sea as a maritime hub. This route, made increasingly accessible due to the shrinking of Arctic sea ice, offers a shorter and potentially more cost-effective alternative to traditional shipping routes through the Suez Canal. reducing transit times and fuel consumption. The Norwegian Sea's ports, including Bergen, Trondheim, and Tromsø, play a crucial role in supporting this maritime traffic, providing essential services such as refueling, repairs, and crew changes. These ports have become centers of economic activity, their growth fueled by the increasing volume of goods and resources flowing through the region. The increase in shipping activity, while economically beneficial, also brings challenges. The risk of oil spills, the introduction of invasive species through ballast water discharge, and noise pollution from ship engines are all concerns that require careful management. Striking a balance between economic development and environmental protection is essential to ensure the sustainable use of this vital maritime route. Section 3. Energy from the depths, oil and gas exploration. Beneath the waves of the Norwegian Sea lie vast reserves of oil and natural gas, fueling economic growth and technological advancement. The discovery of these deposits transformed Norway into a major energy producer, shaping its role in the global market. Offshore platforms extract valuable hydrocarbons, withstanding harsh conditions. Pipelines transport resources to onshore facilities for refining and global distribution. The extraction has not been without controversy. Environmental concerns about oil spills, greenhouse gases, and noise pollution fuel debate. Norway has implemented stringent regulations and invested in technology to minimize environmental impact. The country is also developing renewable energy sources like hydropower and wind power. Section 4. A balancing act, sustainable resource management. The Norwegian Sea, with its abundant resources and its role as a vital maritime route, faces the challenge of balancing economic development with the need to protect its fragile ecosystem. Sustainable resource management, based on scientific understanding and a long-term perspective, is essential to ensure that the sea can continue to provide for both present and future generations. Fishing quotas based on scientific assessments of fish stocks are crucial to prevent overfishing and ensure the long-term health of fish populations. Marine protected areas where fishing and other extractive activities are restricted provide safe havens for marine life to thrive, contributing to the overall health of the ecosystem. Regulations governing offshore oil and gas exploration and extraction must be stringent and rigorously enforced, minimizing the risk of spills and other environmental damage. Investment in renewable energy sources, such as offshore wind farms, can help to reduce reliance on fossil fuels, mitigating climate change and its impacts on the marine environment. International cooperation is essential as the Norwegian Sea's health is interconnected with the health of the wider North Atlantic and Arctic regions. Sharing knowledge, data, and best practices for sustainable resource management is crucial to addressing transboundary challenges and ensuring the long-term well-being of this vital ecosystem. Section 1. The rising tide climate change impacts. The Norwegian Sea is experiencing the effects of a warming world. Human activities release greenhouse gases, disrupting this ecosystem. The sea's waters are warming. Rising temperatures alter marine life distribution. Fish are shifting northward, impacting fishermen. Melting glaciers add fresh water, altering salinity. Changes in currents affect the North Atlantic region. Increased carbon dioxide leads to ocean acidification. Acidic waters harm marine organisms like corals and shellfish. This disrupts entire ecosystems. The pristine beauty of the Norwegian Sea is marred by a pervasive threat: pollution. Plastic waste, carried by currents and winds from distant shores, accumulates in this once pristine environment, posing a significant threat to marine life and ecosystems. Seabirds, mistaking plastic fragments for food, ingest this indigestible material, their stomachs filling with debris that can lead to starvation. Seals and whales, entangled in discarded fishing nets and plastic packaging, can suffer injuries that hinder their ability to swim, feed, and reproduce. Microplastics, tiny particles that result from the breakdown of larger plastic items, are ingested by a wide range of marine organisms, accumulating in the food chain and potentially posing risks to human health. Chemical pollution from industrial discharges, agricultural runoff, and oil and gas activities poses another threat to the Norwegian Sea's delicate ecosystem. Heavy metals, pesticides, and other toxins can accumulate in marine organisms, causing reproductive problems, organ damage, and even death. Oil spills, while relatively rare, can have devastating and long-lasting impacts on marine life, coating shorelines, suffocating fish, and disrupting entire ecosystems. Addressing the issue of pollution in the Norwegian Sea requires a multifaceted approach. Reducing plastic consumption, improving waste management practices, and developing biodegradable alternatives to plastic are crucial steps. Stricter regulations on industrial discharges, promoting sustainable agricultural practices, and investing in technologies that minimize the environmental impact of oil and gas exploration and extraction are also essential. Section 3. Guardians of the Sea Conservation Efforts. Recognizing the ecological and economic importance of the Norwegian Sea, governments, scientists, and communities are working together to protect this valuable ecosystem from the threats it faces. Conservation efforts, driven by a deep respect for the sea and a commitment to its long-term health, are focused on mitigating the impacts of climate change, reducing pollution, and promoting sustainable resource management. Marine protected areas, strategically designated zones where fishing and other extractive activities are restricted or prohibited, provide safe havens for marine life to thrive and recover. These areas, carefully managed to ensure the long-term health of their ecosystems, serve as nurseries for fish populations, protect vulnerable habitats, and contribute to the overall resilience of the marine environment. Research and monitoring programs play a crucial role in understanding the complexities of the Norwegian Sea ecosystem and tracking the effectiveness of conservation efforts. Scientists, using sophisticated technologies and data analysis techniques, monitor fish stocks, track the movements of marine mammals, assess water quality, and study the impacts of climate change on this dynamic environment. Public awareness campaigns, educational programs, and community engagement initiatives are essential for fostering a sense of stewardship and inspiring action to protect the Norwegian Sea. By engaging local communities, fishermen, tourism operators, and the general public, conservation efforts gain broader support and are more likely to succeed in the long term. Section 4. A Shared Responsibility International Cooperation. The Norwegian Sea, while bordered by the sovereign territories of Norway, Iceland, and other nations, is ultimately a shared resource, its health and productivity dependent on international cooperation and a collective commitment to its sustainable management. The challenges facing this vital ecosystem transcend national boundaries, requiring collaborative efforts to address transboundary pollution, manage shared fish stocks, and mitigate the impacts of climate change. International agreements such as the Convention on Biological Diversity and the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change provide a framework for cooperation on issues of global significance. Regional agreements, such as the OSPAR Convention for the Protection of the Marine Environment of the Northeast Atlantic, address specific challenges facing the Norwegian Sea and its neighboring waters. Sharing scientific knowledge, data, and best practices for sustainable resource management is crucial for informing policy decisions and ensuring the effectiveness of conservation efforts. Joint research expeditions involving scientists from multiple countries foster collaboration, promote the exchange of expertise, and contribute to a more comprehensive understanding of this complex and interconnected ecosystem. Protecting the Norwegian Sea for future generations requires a shared vision, a commitment to international cooperation, and a recognition that the health of this vital ecosystem is inextricably linked to the well-being of our planet and its inhabitants. Section 1. A Sea of Hope. The Norwegian Sea, a realm of breathtaking beauty and harsh realities, stands at a crossroads. The very elements that have shaped its character, its icy waters, its powerful currents, its teeming life, are facing unprecedented challenges. Climate change, pollution, and the demands of a growing human population have cast a long shadow over this once pristine environment. Yet amidst these challenges there is hope. The Norwegian Sea, with its deep waters and resilient ecosystems, has weathered storms before. Its inhabitants, the whales that breach its surface, the seabirds that wheel overhead, the fish that teem in its depths, possess an inherent ability to adapt and survive. The spirit of exploration that first drew Vikings to these shores, the same spirit that inspired scientists to unravel the mysteries of its depths, now fuels a collective determination to protect this vital ecosystem. From coastal communities to international organizations, a growing movement is working to address the challenges facing the Norwegian Sea, recognizing that its fate is inextricably linked to our own. This is a sea that has inspired awe and wonder for centuries, a place of myths and legends, of scientific discovery and economic opportunity. It is a sea that continues to sustain us, providing food, energy, and a vital link to the wider world. Now, more than ever, it is a sea that needs our protection. Section 2. Our legacy, their future. The legacy we leave for future generations will be shaped by the choices we make today. Will we exploit the Norwegian Sea, jeopardizing its balance and bounty, or will we embrace sustainability, prioritizing the ecosystem's health? The path forward is clear. We must embrace sustainability, balancing development and protection. We must reduce pollution and protect marine habitats, inspire a love for the sea in our children. Let us bequeath a sea teeming with life, its wonders preserved.